Hello, I'm Dr. Eve. Welcome to my sexual health and relationship practice. Aging bodies and intimate relationships is what I'm talking about. We have a bad rap around people's bodies in sexual motion as they get older. You feel self-conscious, you feel as if you've lost the right to be sexual simply because you have an older number and because you are aging. One of the biggest inhibiting factors around aging bodies is your own self-consciousness around it, the changed responses of your sexuality, and also the difficulty in finding a partner. And if you do have a partner, your partner's aging body and your partner's changing sexuality. And because we know that we don't really like to talk about sexuality, it becomes a little awkward to negotiate and navigate these new bodies with the new sexual responses. That becomes a killer to intimacy. So here's some ways to overcome the killer to intimacy with your aging bodies. The first thing you got to do is become comfortable with your body. I know the mirror story. You got to do it. You got to stand in front of that mirror and you've got to accept and acknowledge this aging body. Spending time masturbating, pleasuring yourself gives you an idea of how your sexual responses have changed. You might find that you're less lubricated. You might find that it takes you a longer time to become orgasmic. And if you're struggling with painful or uncomfortable penetration, it's really important to consult with your gynecologist. I always use products because that's what the sexual health products are here for. A great silicone lubricant is always going to help with beginning of penetration. Also a fantastic idea for hand jobs, for mutual masturbation, or for your self-masturbation. So silicone lubricant is always a good thing to do. And I would always want to recommend Zestra, which is important to enhance clitoral stimulation, because with an aging body, you find that your engorgement is not as much as it used to be. So putting on a stimulant like Zestra is certainly going to help you to become a little more engorged. And then my very favorite thing is to use liquid moisturizers inside of the vagina. If you find you as a woman are not on any kind of hormone therapy, definitely use a moisturizer inside the vagina. Besides all the products, that's kind of the sexual health issue. There is so much great research to show that women's sexual satisfaction increases as they get older. So one of my tips for you is to acknowledge the fact that you want sexual satisfaction and to be able to find it, whether you're going to be using a vibrator of any kind or whether you're going to actually be looking for a partner specifically for sexual activity. One of the myths that persist is that because we are asexual and aging, we're not interested in being sexual. Don't be shy about finding a partner. Get online, get onto one of the apps, find somebody that you can be sexual with. And it doesn't mean that because you're aging that you have to have the same kind of intimacy that you always had when you were younger. You don't have to have somebody to move in. You don't have to have somebody to be living with you. It's really okay to be accepting that you too as an aging person could just be having friends with benefits or casual hookups. Remember, most importantly, when you are going to be sexual as you're aging, condoms are essential for your sexual health as well. Find me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter.